Hello everybody, welcome to this demonstration of Oracle Multitenant cloning using ACFS Snapshot copy. ACFS stands for ASM Clustered File System, which runs on top of Oracle ASM Storage, Automatic Storage Management. My demonstration has two parts. The first, the command line, where I illustrate how to use simple Sqlplus commands to create a snapshot copy of our database. In the second part, we use the Oracle Multitenant self-service provisioning application. So let's start with the command line. So Sqlplus lets me log into the container database, and as a first step, we need to make sure that we are in the correct database. So select name from $database. ORCL, which is the right one. Now select the name and the open mode of the existing pluggable databases. We should see at least one, which is the PDB $set, which is created by default whenever you create a multi-tenant database. And then we have the my PDB pluggable database, which is basically the source of my clone. This is the pluggable database that I'm going to make use to create this snapshot copy. The first step is to determine what is the size of this particular pluggable database. So I have a script. It's called size of PDB, which actually calculates the sum of the bytes of the data files and the sum of the bytes of the temporary files, and then it adds them together to tell me the closest gigabyte of space that this pluggable database is consuming. So this is 111 gigs of space this pluggable database is consuming. So the next step is to see if I have the space in my file system that would hold 111 gigs. So I do a df-h, and I see under U01 ACFS files, I have only 21 gigs available. 86% is already used. So the problem here is, how do I fit 111 gigs into 21 gigs? The ACFS snapshot copy is actually based on copy on write technology. So it would actually going to allow me to use that 21 gigs to fit 111 gigs. All the the magic happens under the covers. So all I need to do is log back into Sqlplus again, and so Sqlplus /sysdba. I would set the time on, and then set timing on, just to show how long each operation is taking. Now create pluggable database. Then we specify a name for the pluggable database, clone PDB from the source, which is my PDB snapshot copy, and hit enter. Usually takes 20 seconds, probably 15-20 seconds. So it takes about 19 seconds to create this pluggable database. Now we need to figure out what is the open mode of this particular newly created pluggable database. So it should be we haven't opened it, so it's in mounted state. So the next step would be to open it in read-write mode, because we want to make sure I can actually write into this pluggable database as well. So alter pluggable database, clone PDB, open, read, write, and enter. Takes about 11 seconds, 12 seconds to open. Now let's check the open mode of this pluggable database as well. So it's in read-write mode. Now the next obvious question is, how much space did it take out of that 21 gigs? It got created fine. So let me check the space. I just exit out of Sqlplus, and then I would run the same df-h to see the use space under U01 ACFS file. So you can see it's still 21 gigs, and that's where the magic I mentioned is. It has just not used up any more space, and yet we have a fully operational pluggable database. So the next step is for me to write something to this pluggable database. I know there is a user ID, SOE. I'll log in to this pluggable database using the name, which is actually the service name for this pluggable database as well. So I just log in, and I have a table called the warehouses table. So select star from warehouses, and no rows selected. So let me insert a row. I have a small wrapper script which inserts a record. So insert warehouses, and it will create a single record. And now let me check what did I insert. So select star from warehouses again. I'll just use copy and paste. So simple 3-column table, 3 record, one record inserted. Now I commit. But did that commit the record in the parent pluggable database? I just need to check that, because it should not be changing data on the source pluggable database as well. And that's in read only mode, if you remember. So let me log into that, my PDB, and select star from warehouses. 0 rows selected. So we did not update the source pluggable database. Now let's summarize what we have done so far. We cloned a 111 GB database in less than 20 seconds. You just imagine how long it would have taken to do a full-blown clone. We consumed almost negligible additional storage in the process as well. So this is really cool technology that can be leveraged in the Oracle multi-tenant architecture. Now let's move on to the next section of the demonstration. Here's the Oracle multi-tenant self-service provisioning app. This is based on Application Express or Apex. This I just configured it on top of my container database. Took me close to about maybe less than half an hour. I have a username already provided, so I'll just use that username to log into this application. This application actually runs out of the container or the root. So I would log in, and it will show me the pluggable databases that I have access to. I have access to my PDB, which is the source PDB, if you remember from the previous demonstration. And I'm going to right now this screen sort of gives you a high-level overview of the different attributes of this PDB. Let me click on the PDB. It sort of takes me to a more detailed view. So there are many operations that you can do. You can do a clone, you can do a close, you can unplug, you can drop. But here we will do a clone. So let me click on top of it. Notice the description under clone, sort of a brief overview of what you can do. Now we specify a name of the PDB, as before. Let me say clone PDB, and on the clone method, let me select snapshot. Just for your own benefit, just provide a description. Cloning for development work, and then come down and hit clone PDB. Takes a little while, and then your pluggable database is created. View new PDB details. What are the different attributes? As you can see, it's a clone PDB. No, it's open in read-write mode. Unlike the command line, you don't have to open this in read-write mode anymore. And then we go to the connection details and basically see the connection details of this pluggable database, which you can share with your development team, and they can use it for development. So this was a demonstration of Oracle multi-tenant snapshot clone using the PDB provisioning self-service application. I hope you have enjoyed both the demonstration. Thanks for watching.